Most videos about operations, which to be honest, I haven't seen many, but they talk about tools and systems and those general fluffy stuff. This one is different. I'm sharing the real issues I've seen after 13 years in trenches, things no one is putting out there. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to make this channel, is because I think operations are the key to your business success. And we all talk about growing, about sales, about profit and all that stuff, and that's all great. But if you don't have operations set in place, you will lose all your money basically. Because you cannot grow if you don't have steady operations. Or you can, but you will burn out, and that will lead to you closing your business because you will just hate it. So these are the practical shifts that will save you time, money, and burnout. I spent 13 years fixing operations, and let me tell you one thing. Businesses fall apart because of the sloppy execution. And scaling isn't about doing more. It's just about doing the right things better and faster. So today I'm going to walk you through the real operational mistakes that I keep seeing, and more importantly, how to fix them. So let's get into it. Number one is logistics. I've seen companies lose thousands simply because no one bothered to compare freight quotes. If time allows it, optimize your shipping methods. Always compare carriers and negotiate better rates. Same thing with 3PLs. Make sure you have 3PL which aligns with your growth, with your current state, and make sure you're paying the industry price. And of course, check all the invoices regularly to make sure you're billed correctly. Next one is one of the most broken areas in operations, and that is forecasting. Either you're overstocking and tying up cash in the warehouse, or you don't have enough to meet demand. Either way, you're losing money. Forecast smarter and review it bi-weekly. I have a client who haven't really tested. They were overly confident that what they produce will sell out because they like the design. And that's a huge mistake. You have to test everything. That was one of the topics in my previous video, but you just have to test it, because what happened here is they ordered a bunch of different designs of the same thing that people just weren't interested in. So they still have hundreds of thousands of dollars stuck in the warehouses, which people are still 5 years later not interested in buying. So you have to be really, really careful not to repeat these kinds of mistakes, because they can literally make or break your business. So be super careful with testing and forecasting. Next one is about protecting your deep work. Operations thrive on thinking space. If people don't get time to focus, you won't get any improvements. Limit meetings, batch them, and protect blocks of uninterrupted time. Keep all your meetings short, concise, and structured, and only have them if it's really urgent, if there's really something that you need to discuss only via call. And all of this doesn't mean you kill culture. You just respect people's time and you allow them to focus on what's really important. And of course, skip the small talk if it's not adding any value. We all know those kind of people. We all have, there's like in every company, there is that kind of person who will like to speak 4 hours, who will like to have meetings every other day that will last for hours and hours and will just be lost time, because nothing really productive is happening on those long meetings. So limit the meeting time from the start and be clear about that. By the way, if you're listening to this and you're thinking, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going through, I do offer one-on-one consulting. It's practical and straight to the point and designed to meet you where you are. I only take on 5 clients to keep it focused and personal. So if you're interested, the link is in the description. Next one is about team burnout. If one person is overloaded and the others are chilling, it's not only unfair, it's inefficient. Workload should always be balanced, because burnout doesn't affect only one person. It affects your team culture and the company's output. And also, the thing with burnout, one of the things why you shouldn't burn out your employees is because they will subconsciously limit your company's growth, because they will feel that they will subconsciously not want for you to get any new bigger projects or bigger sales or whatever, because they have a feeling that it will all fall on them and that they will just end up having more job. So just be fair with the workload on everyone. Next one is about people refusing to pay for softwares because they think it's waste of time or they think it's overly expensive. But at the same time, they're juggling 5 broken spreadsheets. And that's how chaos becomes normal. And it shouldn't be. Smart software pays itself in time, money, and fewer errors. I was in charge of handling $700 million per year. And we only had spreadsheets, nothing else, no softwares, nothing. And long term, it's a waste of time because you have to double check everything you do. So just think about it. Next one is about your sales team. They need to understand your product And I know it sounds basic, but people don't really know what they're selling. They don't understand why it's the best solution, what it does, why it helps, and why it's better than everything else in the market. And with that in mind, they just can't sell it. I had a client who has two brands and has a sales team, and they all have very different strengths. And never happened that one person understand both brands equally. So either one understood one and the other brand, but never happened that one person understood both brands and they had a bunch of products. So what ended up happening is that the owner took care of the selling part because he was the only one who understood both brands very well. And after all, selling is energy. So if they're not confident in the product they're selling, the customer will feel it and he won't buy from them. Also, I started a newsletter, The Journal. There I share deeper reflection stories that I'm not really sharing on YouTube. So if you want a more personal look at how I approach business and life, come and join me there. Next one is something I keep seeing with the older leadership, and that's that they keep backup hires, but just to make people feel replaceable. That creates fear, not performance. If you want excellence, you need to build trust because people do their best work when they feel secured and not when they're walking on eggshells. Also, across the same leadership type, I've seen the leaders assign the same task to a few different persons just to compare who performs the best. And that's not leadership. That's wasting time and killing morale. If it's one person job, assign to them and support them. If they fail, then coach. But don't play games. Next one should go without saying, but somehow it keeps repeating. And that's if you ship to big retailers, follow their routing guides. Don't forget to book appointments. Don't forget to package as requested. Because if you're getting fined, it's not just the cost of doing business. It's a sloppy execution of someone not doing the job properly. So fix it. And make sure that I agree that those retailer forms are the most boring stuff ever, but make sure you have someone in place who is detail oriented. Guys, I have just seen that my light was turned off this whole time. So sorry about that. I think this video will probably be poor lighting. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's continue. Yeah, I wanted to know which of these challenges or any other challenges that you're facing in your business. Drop a comment below, and also, if you want any topics covered or if you have any questions, just drop them below and I will be reading it. Every one of these issues is fixable. You don't need a massive team, you just need smart systems, clear communication, and the right mindset. Streamlining isn't about doing more, it's about removing friction so that the growth becomes inevitable. If you're serious about streamlining your businesses in 2025, these are not just advices, they're must. If you want to accelerate your business growth, make sure to watch this video next. I'll show you how to avoid common business mistakes. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. I hope that this was helpful to you, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in and stay sharp.